Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Small Soldiers. And this movie came out in 1998. And I have always heard about this movie, never actually watched it, and no one really defends this movie as being like great or anything. They just say, yeah, it was nostalgic for me, and it was something that I watched and grew up with, and it was fun at the time. And I can see how that would be the case. And I'm not sure if I've seen this movie before. I was definitely familiar with the trailer for this movie, and maybe I saw parts of it before, but I'm not sure if I've seen the whole thing or not. And there are some of the things that I did like about it, but at the same time, there's loads that I did not like. And ultimately, what this movie is basically just DreamWorks' Toy Story. That's what this movie is. And there are literally scenes that are exactly like Toy Story. Like, oh wow, the bike scene. That's not anything like the scene where in Toy Story there's a dog involved, but in this movie it's live action. Well, mostly live action with a CG toy that doesn't exist. I did think some of the toys looked cool in this movie. I was like, yeah, I would probably play with that, but at the same time, there are some toys that are really creepy looking. Like there's this one soldier character that has like a big smile, like this, and whenever he talks, it's really, really creepy. Just looking at his face, it's like terrifying. Like I don't believe for a second that a kid would buy that toy. Like that's terrifying to me. And I'll say this much about it, despite how messy, nonsensical, and all over the place this movie was, I wasn't bored, simply because I was just enjoying the just terrible approach to everything that this movie was making. Like, the CG wasn't blended well with the live action. There were points where it's like, what are we even doing here? And it doesn't even make sense as to like what they're actually going for. And there's just a lot about this movie that just doesn't make sense. And I guess the only thing I could really give it is I kind of enjoyed the tone of the movie. It definitely felt like a 90s kids movie, and that kind of stuff is a bit nostalgic for me, but I think that's about all my positives for the most part. I thought Tommy Lee Jones was kind of fun, but that's about it. The characters I don't like in this movie. They're either very forgettable, bland human beings that don't need to be there at all, or just cartoon characters, basically, and I can't take them seriously. It's like there's nothing about this movie that feels natural. There's nothing about this film that feels, oh, I can understand why a character would do this. It all just feels thrown together, and it just, yeah, let's do this because that's what the producers want us to do. Make a really cheesy movie in the 90s, and that's what sold back then, really cheesy movies back then. That's just what audiences wanted, but at the same time, doesn't mean it's always going to translate very well or age well. Like, there's tons of things about this movie that just feel dated, and the movie does not bother to explain a lot of things that you would have questions to. Like, why is the big businessman always traveling around in a helicopter and he just has a secretary just ready printing checks for people to shut them up? Like, what? Like, how often does this happen to you? That doesn't make sense. The child acting also wasn't great in this movie. I thought Kirsten Dunst was okay, but she didn't really bring anything to it, and her character was pretty bad. Her character actually might be my least favorite character in the whole film now that I think about it. She was just a trophy for the main character, and that's it. There was lots of forced drama in this movie that I did not buy into at all. And I could easily just think of simple ways a character could get out of a situation in which they're like, wait, did you do that? You know you're not supposed to do that, right? Like, just make up a simple lie or excuse as to why this happened. Nope, couldn't do that. The movie was also very repetitive, and not a lot of things changed as the film progressed. I was like, okay, let's get something new here. Not in this movie. It's just the same thing again and again and again. No interesting dynamics, no nothing. And I was just thinking of Toy Story and how that movie just handled all of its emotions, and it just succeeded where this movie failed. The dialogue in this movie was terrible. None of it felt authentic. All the characters just talked like cartoon characters that I couldn't get into, like I've said already. And I found it to be kind of funny that our main character was pretty much like in concept trying to look like John Connor in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Like, that's what they were going for, and once I started to think of that, it was like, yeah, this is kind of funny. Just John Connor driving around with Kirsten Dunst the whole movie. That was fun. And that's about all I have to say about Small Soldiers. Very stupid, very cheesy. It did what it wanted to. It definitely feels like a movie that would come out in the 90s for sure. But unfortunately, that doesn't make it a good movie in my eyes, or at least a film that aged well. It was entertaining, but that's about all I can give it. So, with all that being said, I'm going to give Small Soldiers a 3 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Small Soldiers, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Good Burger. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching, and have a great day.